Despite being taboo in Jamaican culture, vasectomies are being encouraged for their cost-effectiveness when compared to traditional tubal ligation. As a contraception specialist highlights, increased male participation in vasectomies may advance gender equity. Ronaldo Adams has more in part 2 of this CVM News exclusive.
Vasectomies are uncommon among Jamaican men, with studies suggesting this is often due to a lack of awareness of the facts. Instead, many couples opt for tubal ligation, commonly known as tying your tubes. Obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Garth MacDonald says this procedure is a permanent form of birth control.
Tubal ligation is a surgical procedure in which the fallopian tubes are ligated, meaning tied and cut, in order to prevent the sperm and the oocyte from meeting, and this forms a form of permanent contraception.
But contraception specialist Dr. Vernon Da Costa advocates for more men to get vasectomies, which he says could boost gender equity.
If you step up to the plate, you are contributing to the upliftment of the women in this world. Right now, you find you have maybe about 220 million women that are doing tubal ligation per year. When you look at the vasectomy rate, we have only about less than 30 million are doing vasectomies per year.
But there's hope after all, as some Jamaican men express willingness to undergo the procedure.
After I've had the children that I want to have, absolutely, I would definitely have a vasectomy.
Why?
Because it is a surefire contraceptive for men and it doesn't affect my hormones personally. It is also a very minor surgery, as opposed to demanding my wife to do a, what do you call it again? The female version of a vasectomy, which is a major surgery.
Because boy, I have two already, I'm not no more. And I don't want them to trick me, and give me a next one.
Well, that depends. If it's a case where I've already gotten the 3 children that I always wanted, then I would definitely consider it.
Dr. Da Costa adds that vasectomies are much cheaper than tubal ligations.
If you come through the hospital, like the family planning units, it's very minimal. I think it might be like might run you 100, anywhere between 100, depending on where you go. I'll say 100 US to 1,000 US.
He also urges the government to invest in vasectomy education to improve awareness.
When we started, the government had invested quite a bit in it. You may be too young to remember this, but there's football ads with the ball and promoting vasectomies. And we had quite a number. And for some reason, shortly after they stopped the promotion, the vasectomy rates took a dive. So I think if government invests more in educating our men, then I think the vasectomy rate in Jamaica will go up. Because that's the same thing they did in Mexico. They said that when I went there, they said that initially they were struggling to get the men to come out. But once the government invested in it and started to promote it, because it cost the government less to do a vasectomy than to do a tubal ligation. It's far more cost effective to do a vasectomy than to do a tubal ligation. But we do 5 times more tubal ligation than vasectomies.
Ronaldo Adams for CVM News.